Right guys, welcome to Phil's Fitness Show, and today I'm going to take you through a 3-part YouTube series about how to plan and progress in your workout. And don't forget guys, give me a little thumbs up, it means a lot to me. If you like the content, you like the channel, give me a thumbs up, it goes a long way. One massive common mistake a lot of people make, especially beginners, when it comes to the gym, they simply wing it. I call people wingers when it comes to things like this. Plus, I'm also talking from experience, which I'm going to touch on. But I think with this generation at the moment, with everything that's going on with social media, people really do want fast and effective results, fair enough, but you haven't really got much patience behind researching themselves. And when you go on Instagram, what grabs a lot of attention is stupid shit. I could sit here and I could talk about the perfect training program which we're going to do, but you realize, hang on a minute, it's actually a little bit of hard work here, and it might be a little bit repetitive, and it might be stuff that you already know. But what a lot of people tend to do is that they follow these high-end influencers and they put out stupid exercises all the time just to grab you and your attention, to make you think that's what you need to do. So you always see girls with like massive asses all the time, and you think, I know how they got there. They done heavy squats, heavy hip thrust, heavy deadlifts, and they ate well over a long period of time. But then the next minute, they're doing stupid little exercises with the legs putting out, and you just think, why are you promoting this? Because the squats, the deadlifts, and the hip thrust, that's hard work, and people shy away from hard work in this day and age. But when someone does a stupid little exercise, it grabs that attention. From experience with myself, when I used to start going into the gym, luckily enough, I didn't get all this distraction with Instagram and Facebook for pulling me in different directions. I just researched it myself. Before I got into it properly, I did literally go into the gym, and as a typical guy, as you can imagine, I done your typical bench press 4 times a week. I had no idea how to progress. Before was probably all over the place. Didn't really know what I was doing. Done bench press, done some bicep curls, bit of the cardio machine, and that was me. So I used to go in the gym, do the same thing all the time, and that is a lot of people's problems. People walk into the gym, have a little look around and think, what's free? What can I do? A little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's no negatives behind what you're going to do. However, there's very minimal positives as well. You're wasting a lot of time and effort and energy that could be spent on other things in the gym and how to progress to get your progress through the roof. So a lot of people can spend a lot of time in the gym and just wasting the hours that they're putting in when they could be benefiting so much more by even less hours than what they're actually doing at the moment. So that is today's task, to make sure we really break it all down and do it properly. So the first thing we're going to do in this 3-part YouTube series is we're going to figure out how often we can train. Once we find out how often we can train, in a second video, which you're going to get next week, exercise selection. So breaking them workouts down and what exercises and the rep ranges that you need to do. And then from there, the third video is weekly progress. Once you've got how often you can train, then you've got your exercises. We're then going to find out, right, how do I progress every single week to get the results that I deserve with the hours I'm putting in. So let's get to it. Number 1, how often can you train? Now this might seem like a bit of a silly thing. People might look at that thing, well, I just go to the gym every other day. I need to know how often you can train, purely because I can then break your workouts down, and that's what we're going to do together on the second one, okay? But a lot of people think, right, I need to train 7 days a week to get what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. What you need to do is make sure you remain consistent. So if you remain consistent, you will stick at it for a long period of time. So never go in the deep end first, never. You don't need to go to the gym 7 days a week. You've got to look at your lifestyle now. You've got to look at your job, potential family, everything that you've got to look at in terms of potential obstacle. You then need to think, right, realistically, I can go to the gym 3 times per week, and that'll be quite comfortable for myself. So if you can go to the gym 3 times per week comfortably and remain with your lifestyle, you're going to be consistent week in, week out. If you start going to the gym 7 days a week, that is unrealistic. You go to the gym 7 days a week, you might do it for the first week. You probably burn yourself out and realize, holy shit, this isn't for me. And then what happens? You throw the towel in, no more consistency. So question, answer this. How often can you train comfortably? Is it 3? Is it 4? Maybe 5? Probably advise going against the higher ends, stick to the lower end, and then work your way up, okay? Right guys, that's video number 1 done. A little bit of an introduction to the whole plan, really, and how to plan and progress your workouts. And we touched on number 1. So next week, I'm going to see you for number 2.